Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to another lecture. This is Shahid Ali, Islamic study teacher, and dear student, this is lecture number 5. Before this, we translated Surah Ahzab from ayah number 1 to ayah number 27 in the previous lectures. I hope you learned that well. Inshallah, today in this lecture number 5, we will translate from ayah number 28 to ayah number 34. Dear students, this will be the last lecture of Surah Al-Ahzab translation. Inshallah, in lecture number 6, then we will inshallah explain the ahadith and similarly the remaining course. So, dear students, let's translate ayah number 28. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I seek refuge in Allah from the curse Satan. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك إن كنتن تردن الحياة الدنيا وزينتها فتعالين أمتعكن وأسرحكن سراحا جميلا. Translation: O Prophet ﷺ, say to your wives, if you intend to have the pleasure of worldly life and its charm, then come on, and I shall give you some stuff and release you in the handsome fashion. يا أيها النبي, O Prophet, قل لأزواجك, say to your wives, إن كنتن, if you تريدن الحياة الدنيا, intend to have the pleasure of worldly life, وزينتها, and its charm, فتعالين, then come on, أمتعكن, I shall give you some stuff, وأسرحكن, and release you, سراحا جميلا, in a handsome fashion. Dear students, in this ayah there is a little bit of the explanation. The noble wives of the Holy Prophet ﷺ lived with him, enduring with willingness whatever hardships they faced for his noble cause. But when, after the conquest of Khaybar, the economic condition of the Muslims improved, they once demanded the Holy Prophet ﷺ to increase the amount of their maintenance. The demand was, though understandable. Their noble status as the wives of the Holy Prophet ﷺ required that their approach should be at a higher level than that of the common woman. In this context, he present the present the present verses were revealed, which gave them a choice whether to live with the Holy Prophet ﷺ or to get divorce from him after receiving all their financial dues. It is reported in authentic hadith that all of them opted for living with the Holy Prophet ﷺ under all circumstances. Dear students, now the translation of next ayah. وإن كنتن تردن الله ورسوله والدار الآخرة فإن الله أعد للمحسنات منكن أجرا عظيما. But if you intend to gain the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger and the betterment of the hereafter, then Allah has prepared a great reward for those of you who are good in their deeds. وَإِن كُنتُنَّ, but if you تُرِدْنَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, intend to gain the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger, وَالدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ, and the betterment of the hereafter. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعَدَّ Allah has prepared لِلْمُحْسَنَاتِ مِنْكُنَّ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. Allah has prepared a great reward for those of you who are good in their deeds. وَإِن كُنتُنَّ تُرِدْنَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَالدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ فإن الله أعد للمحسنات منكن أجرا عظيما. But if you intend to gain the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger and the betterment of the hereafter, then Allah has prepared a great reward for those of you who are good in their deeds. Next ayah translation. يا نساء النبي من يأت منكن بفاحشة مبينة مبينة يضاعف لها العذاب ضعفين وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا. Translation. O wives of Prophet ﷺ, whoever from among you will commit a clearly shameful act, the punishment will be doubled for her, and it is easy for Allah to do so. يا نساء النبي, O wives of Prophet, من يأت منكن, whoever from among you will commit بفاحشة مبينة, a clearly shameful act, يضاعف لها العذاب ضعفين, the punishment will be doubled for her. وكان ذلك على الله, and it is easy for Allah يسير to do so. يا نساء النبي من يأت منكن بفاحشة مبينة يضاعف لها العذاب ضعفين وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا. O wives of Prophet ﷺ, whoever from among you will commit a clearly shameful act, the punishment will be doubled for her, and it is easy for Allah to do so. Translation of next ayah. ومن يقنط منكن لله ورسوله وتعمل صالحا نؤتها أجرها مرتين وأعتدنا لها رزقا كريما. Translation. And whoever of you stay obedient to Allah and His Messenger and acts righteously, we shall give her twice her reward, and we have prepared for her a prestigious provision. Rizqan Karima, prestigious provision. وَمَن يَقْنُتْ مِنْكُنَّ, and whoever of you stay obedient lillahi, to Allah, وَرَسُولِهِ, and His Messenger, وَتَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا, and acts righteously, نُؤْتِهَا أَجْرَهَا, we shall give her twice, مرتين, her reward. وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهَا, and we have prepared for her رِزْقًا كَرِيمًا, a prestigious provision. ومن يقنت منكن لله ورسوله وتعمل صالحا نؤتها أجرها مرتين وأعتدنا لها رزقا كريما. And whoever of you stay obedient to Allah and His Messenger and acts righteously, we shall give her twice her reward, and we have prepared for her a prestigious provision. Next translation. يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن فلا تخضعن بالقول فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلن قولا معروفا. Translation. O wives of Prophet ﷺ, you are not like any other woman if you observe taqwa, righteousness, so do not be too soft in your speech, lest someone having disease in his heart should develop fancies about you, and do speak with appropriate words. يا نساء النبي, O wives of Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, لستن, you are not like كأحد من النساء, like any other woman. إن اتقيتن, if you observe taqwa, فلا تخضعن بالقول, so do not be too soft in your speech. فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض, فيطمع الذي, lest someone having disease in his heart should develop fancy about you. وَقُلْنَا قَوْلًا مَعْرُوفًا, and do speak with appropriate words. يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن فلا تخضعن بالقول فيتبع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلنا قولا معروفا. O wives of Prophet ﷺ, you are not like any other woman. If you observe taqwa, righteousness, so do not be too soft in your speech, lest someone having disease in his heart should develop fancies about you. And do speak with appropriate words. Next ayah. وقرن في بيوتكن ولا تبرجن تبرج الجاهلية الأولى وأقمنا الصلاة وآتينا الزكاة وأطعنا الله ورسوله إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. Translation. Remain in your homes and do not display your beauty as it used to be displayed in the days of earlier ignorance, and establish salah and pay zakah and obey Allah and His Messenger. Allah only intends to keep all sorts of filth away from you, O members of the family of the Prophet ﷺ, and to make you pure through a perfect purification. وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ, remain in your homes, وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ, and do not display your beauty, تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى, as it is used to be displayed in the days of earlier ignorance. وَأَقِمْنَا الصَّلَاةَ, and establish salah, وَآتِينَا الزَّكَاةَ, and pay zakah, وَأَطِعْنَا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, and obey Allah and His Messenger. إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ, Allah only intends to لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّزَّ, to keep all sorts of filth away from you. أهل البيت, all members of the family Prophet ﷺ, ويطهركم, and to make you pure, تطهيرا, through a perfect purification. وقرن في بيوتكن ولا تبرجن تبرج الجاهلية الأولى وأقمنا الصلاة وآتينا الزكاة وأطعنا الله ورسوله إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. Remain in your homes and do not display your beauty as it used to be displayed in the days of earlier ignorance, and establish salah and pay zakah and obey Allah and His Messenger. Allah only intends to keep all sorts of filth away from you, all members of the family of the Prophet ﷺ, and to make you pure through a perfect purification. Next ayah. واذكرن ما يتلى في كتاب واذكرن ما يتلى في بيوتكن من آيات الله والحكمة إن الله كان لطيفا خبيرا. And be mindful of Allah's verses and the wisdom that is recited in your homes. Surely Allah is all kind, all aware. وَاذْكُرْنَا, and be mindful ما يتلى of Allah's من آيات الله, of Allah's verses, والحكمة, and the wisdom ما يتلى في بيوتكن, that is recited in your homes. إن الله, surely Allah is كان لطيفا, is all kind, خبيرا, all aware. وذكرن ما يتلى في بيوتكن من آيات الله والحكمة إن الله كان لطيفا خبيرا. And be mindful of Allah's verses and the wisdom that is recited in your homes. Surely Allah is all kind, all aware. Dear students, this was the end of your Surah Al-Ahzab's translation course, which is included in grade 10. It was the reduced syllabus from Surah Al-Ahzab. Inshallah, Surah Al-Mumtahina and the remaining hadith explanation and translation we will inshallah explain in the next coming lectures. Up to here we finish from ayah number 1 to ayah number 34 translation. Now here, dear students, in the exercise, 4 ayahs given and a bit of explanation with its translation is required. So the first ayah is وَإِن كُنتُنَّ تُرِدْنَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَالدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعَدَّ لِلْمُحْسِنَاتِ مِنكُنَّ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. Translation: But if you intend to gain the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger and the betterment of the hereafter, then Allah has prepared a great reward for those of you who are good in their deeds. Now here in this ayah, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala tells that anyone who follow Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and prefer the hereafter and this worldly things and the benefit of this world, so then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will give them or will give that person a great reward. So here it is about the wives of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that if they uh, intend to gain the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger Sallallahu and they intend the betterment of the hereafter, so then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has prepared a great reward for those who are good in their deeds. Number two, يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن فلا تخضعن بالقول فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلنا قولا معروفا. O wives of the Prophet ﷺ, you are not like any other woman. If you observe taqwa, righteousness, so do not be too soft in your speech, lest someone having disease in his heart should develop fancies about you and speak with appropriate words. Here, instructions are given to the wives of Prophet ﷺ that you are not like the common women and mm, you observe taqwa, righteousness, and you should be not soft in your voices. So if a person having a disease of nifaq in his heart should not take another meaning from that. And if someone having disease in his heart should develop fancies about you. So, the wise of Prophet ﷺ, you should be not soft in your voice and do speak with appropriate words. So here, this is instruction to the wives of the Prophet ﷺ that they are not like the other women's, and this order is also common for the all women, that all women should be not soft in their words and in their speaking, so that anyone who having a disease in his heart should not develop any fancies about her, and they should be normal, they should be appropriate in their words, and this is order for all women, and instruction here given to the wives of Prophet ﷺ that they are not like the common women. Here in ayah number 3, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. Remain in your homes and do not display your beauty as it used to be displayed in the day of earlier ignorance. Here in this ayah, Allah Ta'ala gave the instruction about the social values that the women should not. The order is to the Prophet wives, the household women, the Prophet household women, but this is common for all women that they should not show their beauty to others as it displayed in the day of the ignorance of the day of Jahiliyyah, and they should keep hide themselves and should follow the instruction of the religion, the Islam, and they should obey the orders of Allah Ta'ala and the Sunnah of Prophet Sallam, and should not display their beauty to others, to غير mahram, and they should, as it is used in the day earlier days, in the day of ignorance or in the day of Jahiliyyah. So remain in your homes and do not display your beauty as it is used to be displayed in the day of earlier ignorance. واذكرن ما يتلى في بيوتكن من آيات الله والحكمة إن الله كان لطيفا خبيرا. And be mindful of Allah's verses and the wisdom that is recited in your homes. Surely Allah is all kind, all aware. So, dear students, this was the translation and a little bit of explanation of the given as an exercise. Now, here at the end, there are two questions demanded. So, the answer here I mentioned on the screen. What two options did Allah give to the wives of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? So the answer is here. Follow the two options that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to the wives of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number one, if they want the life of this world and its beauty, then the Prophet sallallahu will give them some wealth and will release them in a handsome manner. Number two, if they want the happiness of Allah and His Messenger and the pleasure of this of the hereafter and its reward, then they can stay by the side of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. All the wives of the Rasulullah ﷺ preferred the Prophet ﷺ over worldly things. At that time, Rasulullah ﷺ was married to 9 women. This is also this is not part of the answer anyhow. We mentioned extra so that you can get the information about the wives of Prophet ﷺ. 5 were from the Quraysh: Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, Hafsa radiallahu ta'ala anha, Habiba radiallahu ta'ala anha, Sawda radiallahu ta'ala anha, Salama radiallahu ta'ala anha. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also married to 6 others: uh, Safiya radiallahu ta'ala anha, Maimuna radiallahu ta'ala anha, Jabariya radiallahu ta'ala anha, and Zainab radiallahu ta'ala anha. So, dear students, about two points mentioned in the answer, that is the answer of this question. Question number 2: what instruction did Allah gave to the wives of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? The answer is instruction to the wives of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Following are the instruction that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to the wives of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number one, they should not be soft in their speech. Number two, they should speak to the point. Number three, they should stay at home. Number three. Number four, they should not show their grace. Number five, they should establish their prayer. Number six, they should pay zakah. Number seven, they should obey Allah and His Messenger. Number nine, they should remember the verses of Allah Ta'ala. And last one, they should recite the saying of the Holy Prophet Al-Hikmah. So this was the answer of the last question. Number two, dear students, I hope you understand this. In this lecture, dear students, we translated from ayah number 27 to ayah number 34, which was the last ayah of Surah Al-Ahzab mentioned in your reduced syllabus. Similarly, dear students, I mentioned all exercises, question answers in detail in all these lectures. Now, it is important that you revise these questions again and again, memorize them, and write them in your notebook. Similarly, dear students, in our lectures at the end of the exercise, given ayahs are translated with a little bit of the explanation. So hope you will learn that also. Inshallah, dear students, in the next coming lecture, lecture number 6, we will discuss a hadith, a little bit of explanation of the hadith, and similarly translation of the hadith from 11 to 20, and a little bit of the explanation from hadith number 11 to 15. So hope you learn this well, inshallah. See you in the next lecture. And up to date, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.